Welcome back, everybody. This is Grace. We are going to play Adventure Quest for the first time in ages. Grace, where did you go? Where did you come from? What clothing material are your eyes made out of? We're not worried about any of that. We're just going to play Anim's new boss, the ExPepperMint. I'm a few days late to this. I have some spoilers. Just a few, though, thankfully. I did a little bit of testing, but my spoilers were it has a damage cap, it has a really big HP pool, and it has a burn. I did some testing. I found out the basic thing: this guy attacks with wind, he burns with fire, which can be problematic if your wind armor has a bad resistance to fire. He also has an SP attack that does dark damage, and that dark damage can be super significant. You'll see what we end up doing against that, but for now, we're just going to go for it. We're probably going to eat a fat burn here. Yeah, we will, but I'm not too worried about it. The SP attack is coming up. It has two parts. We'll just go for the tank setup. So because we're trying to tank wind and dark at the same time, what we're going to do is we're going to use the enigmatic assassin shield. Now this shield, I think it gives maybe 20 to wind, 19, 20 to wind, and then how much to dark? 11 to dark. So it's not the best as a dual element shield. The best would be a 21-21 for both wind and dark. But this is the best we've got. I looked at every shield in the game that I know of, and I have a spreadsheet, so it makes it very easy for me to look. And this is the best I've got. What we're also going to do is we're going to use Heroic Titan's Grasp, and we're going to inflict some permanent burn of the fire variety. And there's a reason for this, but we'll get there when we get there. Lastly, I am going to equip a dark defensive mask. We've got a simple one, Shikio mask. We're not doing anything too complex here. So we'll take a lot less damage from this SP attack. It's either this one or the next one. I think it's the next one, to be honest. I think this one's going to make me Elevuln. Yeah, so I forgot the order. But this one does a little bit of Elevuln, a little bit of choke, something like that. And now this one will do some dark damage. So it's a two-turn SP attack. So you got to watch out for that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Monster Suit and we're going to equip Autumn's Respite. This shield is a wind shield that if the foe is burning, it gives you 10% damage reduction. And if the foe is not burning, then it gives you none. But if it's burning with wind, then it gives you 20% damage reduction, which is better than Madame Barrier's 15. And now it should be burning with wind. We can't see it because there's also a fire burn, and the scroll is very big. Version 18! Oh my gosh! Damn, Anim. Thank you for cooking with this guy. But if we look, we can see it did take a burn wind damage. So we know it has the wind burn, so we can get out of Mogster, go back to solid gold. And now, if we equip a wind mist, which I was supposed to do earlier, we'll use Skyward Crest. Why not? Boost my strength too for accuracy. Now if I use a wind mist, I should be able to just attack and not take that much damage. And in fact, I take 0 damage. And one mechanic that a lot of bosses have is they have to deal damage to actually inflict a status. So as long as I'm not taking damage, I'm going to be ignoring that fire burn as soon as it times out. Also, there's a bug where sometimes the fire burn becomes level 3. Don't ask me. I don't know. It's version 18. Let's give them a break, you know? But that's pretty exciting. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Benthic Cursed Crystal Hunger. Now this... Here, let me switch to Enigmatic Assassin Shield. This weapon heals you based on the enemy's water resistance. So I should see 135 HP. Now this guy has 200 water resistance, so it's a lot of healing. Did I take more damage than I thought? Wind, wind, darkness, darkness, wind, wind, wind. Yep, I think we're good. So we should see quite a bit of healing here. And I actually don't know if this shield works with permanent burn, to be honest, but I'm just assuming it does. And of course I got Baby Egg for the flat damage reduction, but yeah, I should be able to just out-heal all the damage I'm taking here. Interesting, this burn is still there. It's got a permanent one around duration. That is interesting. Huh. Oh, I'm healing up slowly. Am I going to out-sustain the SP attacks? I don't actually know. But we are sustaining the boss. We're handling him quite handily, you could say. Now we switch to the Enigmatic Assassin Shield. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but not too worried about it. Let's see how much damage we take. Yeah, only, what, 200, 300? I actually do want to check the healing. Okay, it's always 135. I'm pretty sure this heal doesn't count whether or not you hit with both hits. I think it actually doesn't matter. Another thing I was thinking of doing was using the Heroic Titan's Grasp to stack a permanent burn and just, you know, slowly build up a bigger and bigger status, and I think I will go back to doing that. But the reason I stopped was I was worried I would run out of SP and HP, but now that I can see that I can very easily tank the boss, I'm not too worried about running out of resources. Oh, I got hit. He did damage through my defenses. So I took a fat fire burn for a turn. We'll go back to the Benthic Cursed Crystal Hunger. We'll be respectful. Yeah, and I don't know if I said already, but Solid Gold Soul Neko has 40 to Dark and Wind, so it's great for this boss's SP attack. It's not great for the Fire Burn. So if the Fire Burn actually does catch me here, oh, I forgot to switch back to this. Yeah, I'm not sure this windshield is actually working, to be honest, because the thing is, permanent burns, sometimes in the back end, they're coded as -1 turns. So this burn, this shield checks, is there a burn that's 1 turn or more? Because a 0 turn burn doesn't do anything. It's like, is it greater than 1 or greater than 0, I guess? But of course, if the burn is -1 turns because it's permanent, then it looks like there's no burn, so the shield defense boost doesn't work. Did I just heal 400 off something, or did I take 400 off something? Yeah, so I don't know when the burn is getting updated. This is a weird-ass burn. If I was going to try this again, which I may have to. Oh, I forgot to take the dark damage. Am I going to die? No. Okay. I don't have Neko trained. Let's just see what happens here. We're healing again. It's going to be a little close. Yeah, this burn is like swapping back from power 3 to power 150, but 180 I suppose, because this guy's level 180. I don't know exactly what's going on. Sometimes with Anim bosses, you don't know exactly what's going on, and that's okay. That happens. And that's like, that's a very reasonable sacrifice to be made for having an actually good piece of content come out of the AQ team. And listen. Is what it is, you know? If every release wasn't bugged, if, you know, things worked, maybe I wouldn't be critical, but every release is bugged and things don't work, so I'm a little bit, you know, sometimes a little grumpy. But I love these bosses. I mean, just look at this, you know? It's like a play on that old Salt Shaker boss, the Salik quest. We got actually a pet based off that recently. Recently, it was like 2 years ago probably, but I can do hypersalinate from the pet slot, which is pretty powerful, even though it does cost a lot of SP. But pretty awesome item. But anyways, yeah, I just love this. I love when Anim's able to give us a banger like this. Super grateful, super grateful. So thank you very much. We are going to take this guy down. The sustain from this water weapon ended up being very handy. Yeah, of course, I'm a fan. I love this weapon. When it came out, I made a big deal about it and how it was like passive sustain or something, like the undead. What are those things called? Sacred Paladin? The ones that heal a ton against undead. It was like that, but balanced. And it is that, but balanced, but it's also based off elements, and it happens to be that this guy has massive water resistance. I do want to try out some other methods for killing this guy. The thing is, like, you'd think, okay, well, he has really high water, so if you use Choke or Panic based off water, it'll be really, really easy. But the thing is, a lot of his damage comes from the fire burn, so maybe we can use a Choke or Panic setup and then use a fire armor only, and that way his basic attacks and SP attacks do nothing. whereas his burn also does nothing because we're in the fire defensive gear. But then at the same time, he does have the plus 20 boss boost and the level 180, which means he's got a 20% resistance from the boss boost, or 20-point resistance from the boss boost, and a 15-point resistance from level, so you need 35 extra potence to make those statuses stick, which maybe would be a little difficult, I don't know. Could be a fun challenge, and we'll definitely see. But I went back into the boss to just to look at his boss boost, because I couldn't remember what it was. There is also a bit of a race going on, I think. Well, I don't want to say a race, but I noticed some people are competing for faster kills. I think Chris07 got like an 11-turn kill. I'm pretty sure I can beat that. Can I beat it without like glitchy stuff? Maybe not. But hey, I want to try. Do a nuking kill, even though it has 40,000 HP, even though it has a 1,000 boss boost. There's this guy, I'm not going to name names because he was kind of he kept himself quiet, so I won't publicize it. But there was this guy who was really good at nuking. And I bet he would love to take on this boss. Well, maybe not actually. He'd probably just kill it and then get bored. But regardless, I think like a 2 or 3 turn kill is possible with the right setup. But we'll see. For now, spread some peace and love. I'll see you later. Bye bye.